Hello everyone, Equipment Warrior, and welcome to my build guide for my custom crit ranger. I have been working on this build for a couple of days now, and it has been a real pleasure to play this build. It's so fun to play this, and you just fill the entire screen with projectiles. And this build I am building right now, I am only level 66, so I'm not at very high level. And this build so far is pretty cheap actually. I think you can build this entire build I'm using right now for under one Exile dome. It's a very cheap build to make, and I'm gonna go over my stats and passive tree in just a minute. You can use pretty much whatever skill gem you want, and I really recommending gems who are projectiles because they will do a little bit more damage. You can use skills like Storm Call or Firestorm. Just use whatever you want. And now I'm gonna show my passive skill tree and my gear I'm currently using now. So let's take a look at our passive skill tree and my gear. I'm gonna start with my passive skill tree, and then I'm gonna go over my gear. I'm starting as a ranger, and I went for the attack speed and projectile damage, because projectile damage apply both to your projectiles, of course, and even the magic attacks like Ice Spear and Fireball. And I took all the projectile damage and went for ballistic mastery. And if you want some survivability in the beginning, and I'm highly recommending this, go for these evasion and life notes here and get finesse, and even get Heart of Oak to get some life rein. You can actually go for primal spirit too, it's not that bad actually. And then I went for aspect of the eagle to get some even more accuracy and some physical damage with bow. That doesn't matter so much, but it's nice to have it. And get the crit notes here. You must have crits on this build. That's like the core of the build. If you not have enough crit, this build will not work. And then go for all of the big intelligence notes here, because it can be hard to get all the intelligence. This is an evasion build, so I'm using acrobatics, and I can't pronounce this one, I'm sorry. But this is an evasion build, yes, you all know it. I went for this very late in the game, because you're really going to have very good accuracy with bow anyway, because of all this nice bow accuracy right here. You're going to hit a lot. Then when the first thing I did when I get up here, you can build this build as a shadow as well, if you're going for the elemental damage up here to trickstery, then going down here. You can actually, it's a very good idea actually to take the attack notes here, because attack speed is very important as well. But when you went up here, just go for assassination, take these 2 crit notes here, take them later. Go for sniper, coordination, blood sculpture, and trickstery. And even get mind drinker, that's one of the primary mana source you're going to have in this build. Blood drinker, of course, is very good to have. I'm going to pick up this life note here later when I level up. I am only on level 66, so I'm not at very high level. Also get Revenge of the Hunted. It's a very good note here. Give you evasion and life and even some damage. I also have Survivalist to get some extra protection. Heartseeker and critical strike chance, very good notes. Herbalism for life. Lechery to get in that awesome crit chance. I'm going to pick up Tech Skin and these life notes here when I level up. I'm going to take this. I took the Wisdom of Glade, as I said before. I also recommending taking these accuracy notes here. They will protect you against elemental. And King of the Hill, one of the most important notes in the entire build, I want to say. And you can also, if you want, take right now I can't find it, and never mind. You can take this note here later actually if you want, because extra crit chance is never bad. But besides that, this is pretty much my build so far. I don't have that very high level yet, but I'm going to do another build when I have later when I level up a little bit more. But this build working really well, and it was so easy to level up. I'm gonna show how you're leveling it up. I'm gonna go to my gear. Oh, I almost forgot something. I'm going to take Deadly Draw just to get the arrow speed and attack speed with bow. So I'm going to go and get all of these notes here but not heavy draw, only this side here, if I have some spare points. I'm going to take this. This is only for the attack speed and increase arrow speed. So now I'm going to tell about how I leveling up. My leveling skill was Rain of Arrow, which I, if you can, supported with the concentrated effect, increase area of effect, yeah, you know what it says right there. I can't pronounce it. And I also use fast attack, so that was my main setup for leveling. And you can actually, if you really want, if you don't want to go custom crit, which are this build main purpose, you can actually go crit the Rain of Arrow, because this skill works surprisingly well, and I was able to clear pretty much everything I encountered in the map. So it works really well. So you can do this as a Rain of Arrow character if you want, crit Rain of Arrow. Actually, almost want to recommending that. So the gear I'm currently using now, I'm using this bow here. It's a very cheap bow. It's have good, pretty good at crit chance, and that's the most important thing. It's pretty good firing speed or attacks per second. It's very good on it. When I'm leveling, I use this very awesome bow right here, but it's a little bit too slow. The crit chance on this bow is amazing, really amazing. It's a really good bow, but it is a little bit too slow for custom crit. The faster you can shoot your projectile, you better. You can use Quill and Rain. This is a very good bow. It has ridiculous attack speed, but it has a lot less. It has less crit chance. That's the only problem with it. But this bow will work just fine. But you can have a problem with the mana running out for you. And the gear I'm using currently now is this defensive belt here. It's a very nice belt. I'm using Melagara's Virtuary. This gives a huge amount of crit chance. It's a very good. It's very good gloves, but they're a little bit expensive. About 15 chaos, I think it was. Using this defensive ring here, it doesn't have that very high resistance, but it's a nice ring. I like it. If you can get a diamond ring on every slot you can, get crit chance on every slot you can. And I'm using this amulet here only for the reduced cost of skill and the extra intelligence. I should get a better one, but this one is actually very cheap to make yourself, so it will be no problem to acquire something like this. You can buy it from Elrond. Just to lower the cost on your barrage, because I'm using barrage as my trigger for my custom crit. And I'm also using Rat's Nest. It's pretty cheap actually now. I think it was about 5 to 10 chaos. It's not that bad. And in this helmet here, I have my second setup for another attack. I'm using Burning Arrow setup, but I'm going to change it to another custom crit setup later. Well, I also level with Burning Arrow. I'm using this setup when I'm leveling Burning Arrow for single target enemy. It works really well. I'm using this very good quiver here. It's a good defensive, good crit chance. It's a good quiver, I want to say. And it was very cheap. I think I paid like 2 chaos for it. It was very cheap. And my boots, as defensive you can get, evasion threatening. It's pretty good boots, this. I find them myself. That's pretty much it. Another skill you can use for trigger your... Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing, my custom crit setup. I'm using a Tabarasha. It is a unique item. Always is 6 linked. Always 6 linked. And you guarantee need either a 6 linked item or a 5 linked item, because if you want this to be really effective. Maybe you can do it with... You can have a setup with 4 links, but it will be not that efficient. So using on my setup right now, I'm using Greater Multiple Projectiles for obvious reason. You want to fill the screen with projectiles and magic, which are supported with the cast on critical strikes. And barrage. You can use Tornado Shot instead. It's a little bit more reliable and it's easier to aim. But you will not fill the entire screen with projectiles if you're using Tornado Shot. There are some other skills you can use, but I've only tried Tornado Shot and Barrage. I even tried the Frenzy, which can work, but it's a little bit too mana hungry. And the payload gems or the skill gems that are cast, it's Fireball, because Fireball do a lot of damage. A Power Charge on critical, because I want that little bit extra crit chance. And Ice Spear. And you can swap this for a huge amount of skill gems. I'm really recommending Ball Lightning, because that's amazing to look at. You just fill the screen with Ball Lightning and Fireballs and maybe Ice Spear. This build would actually, if you're running a map with the Elemental Iridium mod on it, when you hit an enemy with an element, this is actually boosting this build actually, if you, because you do an absurd amount more damage if you have Elemental Iridium. But this you can see in the skill tree. If I want to get Elemental Iridium, that's too far away to get. It's there. But if you had this keystone, that would be amazing. So maybe you can take it. I don't know, because I want. It's a little bit too far to go, if you ask me. But you can do it. And that's pretty much it. You can try whatever skill you want. I'm also recommending Arc. It's a very good skill. You can use Storm Cold. You can use whatever spell you want. I'm also leveling up Ethereal Knives just to try it out. But it doesn't have a level enough. So that will be interesting. But anyway, I hope you guys like my custom crit build. I'm going to do another video on this character later when I had leveling up more, because as you can see again, I'm only level 66, but it's working really well. So I will catch you guys when I have leveling up more, but so far this build works amazing. And here is two of the other setups I have tried out. They're working really well, and all of the spells I'm using have very low level, so they will do a lot more damage when they are leveled up. But anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll catch you guys next time.